country. But on November 5th, 2024, we will call that Liberation Day. It's going to be Liberation Day. Under Kamala Harris, over 13,000 illegal alien convicted murderers from prisons, all in prisons. Some killed more than 5 people. Many killed more than 1. Were allowed to enter the United States, and they're currently on the loose in the United States. Right here in Georgia, our nation was robbed of a brilliant 22-year-old nursing student, the best everything, most respected person, beautiful person. Laken Riley, got to know her family very well. They didn't get to know, they never called her family. They never called. And then he pronounced her name wrong. Remember, he called her Lincoln. Remember that? In Congress, he called her Lincoln, didn't even have the respect of knowing her name. Who was out for a jog when she was assaulted, horribly beaten, and horrifically killed by an illegal alien from Venezuela. The savage monster who murdered Laken was let in and released into our country by the open border policy of Kamala Harris. The brother was also in Georgia of this killer. He was there illegally and is also a member of Tren de Aragua. This gang is violent, but so is MS-13 coming out from all over South America. These are violent. They don't shoot people. They use knives because it's more painful. They killed 2 young, beautiful 16-year-old girls walking to school in Long Island. And they cut them up into little pieces, and they thought it was so wonderful. And you know who got them? Is ICE went in and got them. And Kamala wants to get rid of ICE. Not a lot of people want to do that particular job, but ICE loves doing that job. Earlier this year, an illegal alien that Kamala Harris released into our country brutally stabbed a man in the back and the face, all over his body, in an attempted robbery in Louisiana. The week before, he raped a 14-year-old girl with a knife to her throat. He's killed other people. Immediately upon taking the oath of office, I will launch the largest deportation program in American history. I will rescue every town across America, and every town is worried about it. Every town is. Look at Springfield, Ohio. Beautiful Ohio. I love Ohio. I love Ohio. Look at Springfield, Ohio. A town, small city, but a town of 50,000 people. They've implanted 32,000 illegal migrants into the town. Nobody could survive that. They have to leave. They have to leave. I'm sorry. Nobody could survive that. A 50,000 person town, quickly 32,000 illegal migrants. They call them legal because they had a little trick, but it's illegal. I will rescue every town, and every town is petrified, even if they don't have them, because they know they're coming. They're heading for the towns. They're heading for the towns. Who could do this to our country? Who could do this? Who could do this to our country? It's only good if you are a politician thinking about running for office and running against them. That's about the only thing that's good for. Who could do this to our country? Who could allow this to happen to our country? I will rescue every town across America that has been invaded and conquered. And we will put these vicious, bloodthirsty criminals in jail or kick them the hell out of the country. And we'll do it very fast. And to expedite removals of the Tren de Aragua and MS-13 gangs from our country, and many others, by the way, I will invoke the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 to target and dismantle every migrant criminal network operating on American soil. Think of that. We had to go back to 1798. That's when we had laws that were effective. 1798 we had to go back to. And if they come back into our country, it's an automatic 10 years in jail with no possibility of parole. Automatic if they come back into our country. And I'm hereby calling for the death penalty for any migrant that kills an American citizen or a law enforcement officer. And I will end catch and release. They'll be released into Mexico. We will have catch and release, but not into America. It'll be catch and release into Mexico. I will end all migrant flights. They fly thousands and thousands of people over the border. They've told you with this bill that they keep saying Trump called the senators and said, don't sign it. They're wrong about that. What they don't say is that they made it a little bit harder because they're getting killed for this election. So they made it a little bit harder. They want to make their numbers look a little bit better. But what they didn't stop are Boeing 747s and 757s and 767s flying over our border, loaded up with migrants and dropping them off in the Middle West and the middle part of our country. They forgot to tell us that, but we saw them. We said, what are all those big planes doing flying there? These people are bad people. So they didn't want to stop anything. I will immediately outlaw sanctuary cities in this country. They're sanctuary for criminals. And I will ban all welfare and federal benefits for illegals, because then they won't come. They won't come.